Overpower, vulnerability, that the armor resists to elemental damage. I'll explain everything that you should know about a new combat system for Diablo 4. Let's start with the beginning and the different types of damage. You have physical, fire, lightning, cold, poison and shadow. That means that dealing or receiving damage will be automatically one of these types. Then your base damage will depend on your weapon, whatever the class that you are playing. You'll have a base of damage per second and attack speed on your weapon. Then you'll add your character attack speed, which is different from the weapon attack speed, chance to crit, critical damage and the skill damage. Then you have the overpower mechanic. It will come with two stats. The first one, your chance to do an overpower hit. The second one, the bonus damage for your overpower hit, knowing that it is based on the maximum life of your character. Also, if you attack an enemy which is vulnerable, you will do a base of 20% of more damage to this character. Exactly, the enemy will take 20% more damage as a base. You also have plenty of additional damage, global damage, elemental damage, damage to close enemies and so on, but there is one which is very interesting, it's damage against elites. Because elite is not only for elite monster, but it will take into account players, champions, bosses and of course elites. So in the end it will be a very important stat to have on your character. There's the last mechanic which is interesting to understand, it's the lucky shot. The lucky shot grants you a chance to kill a minion injured in one shot. If the minion is not injured, it won't work, and it also doesn't work on bosses, elites or players. The interesting thing is that it can also proc effects from your talent tree, so make sure to check your lucky hit chance if you have some effect on it. I'll now explain the defense, and even if you have some classic stuff, for example, your life elemental resistance or chance to dodge, you need to fully understand how the armor works. The armor will play two roles. The first one against physical damage, whether it's a physical hit or a physical damage over time. For Diablo 4, the physical damage over time is bleeding. So if you get physically hit or if you have a bleeding on you, armor will do the job and reduce the damage that you take. If you take a fire hit or a fire damage over time, so burning for Diablo 4, your armor will also play a part in this damage reduction. That's the stats armor contribution. So if I have 50% of armor contribution, my armor will absorb 50% of the damage taken, and my fire resistance will absorb the other 50%. Lastly, keep in mind that the damage reduction is not linear. That means that the more fire resistance you'll have, the less the damage reduction will be. So when you'll have to choose between two parts of equipment, make sure to check this value on your character sheet. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that attack and defense will be much clearer for you. And don't forget that you have these details on your character sheet. And of course, if you have any question, feel free to post in the comments.